What's up, everybody? Hello, hello. My name is Nimue. I'm the North American Community Manager for HAWKED, and I have a very special surprise. Well, not a surprise, but the ever lovely, ever wonderful, stunningly talented, perfect in every way, Ivy Dupler is here with us today. Hello, Ivy.
Hi. How's it going?
So how is everybody? We have some friends coming in. Let me know how audio sounds just on your end, guys. Just to make sure everything is picking up by OBS, because you guys know how tech goes. Mike is here, Jetty's here, Phantom's here, everybody's here. Come on in, guys. We're so excited. For those that don't know, Ivy is the voice of our very own Nellie Ruffin, and we are super excited to have her here today to answer some questions. Sounds awesome. Great, Rajan. Happy to hear it. You hear us? Wonderful. Is that my lovely Peridot? So we have Ivy here. She is voicing our ever lovely Nellie. She is absolutely wonderful. Our favorite, I would say Texan, right? We were talking about that a little earlier.
Something like that. I feel like canonically she's like from Florida, hence the whole, the gator shirt that she wears is from like a theme park.
Oh, yeah.
She used to work at. There's some lore there. Yeah, so I feel like
we love it. Hi, Outcast. We're doing good. We're waiting for a couple more of our friends to come in. We'll ease into this, and then we're going to do a little interviewing with our lovely Ivy, and if time permits, possibly even a game or two. See if we can get on to Exile for a bit. So we'll start off pretty easy. Why did I think there was going to be a monkey in stream?
I'm like, I have so many plushies behind me. I don't think I have a monkey, unfortunately. I have like 15 different Kirby's, but no
Incredible.
Monkey.
I was like, yeah, I don't think I have a monkey in the other room. That one. No Curious Draw. I know. Look.
Yeah.
I have one that has a Star Trek shirt on from Build-A-Bear, and we named him Caesar, like from Planet of the Apes. So, does that count? No, but unfortunately, Clementine, our darling Clementine, is not here at the moment. But we have.
She's up on an adventure. She couldn't make it today.
She's taking her pictures, doing
She's
all
doing
that
her own
jazz.
thing. She's her day off. Yeah.
Exactly. So I think we'll start off pretty easy as we wait for a couple more of our friends to come in. Ivy, first off, how are you doing today? How you feeling? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I've been looking forward to this. I feel like this is such a fun idea, so I'm just like ready to chat with people. It's funny because like I stream myself and stuff like that. Like I stream HAWKED, but I don't know, some people, I can't see the chat, but just hearing some of the names that you have mentioned are like in the room. It's like, oh, I've said this before. I actually literally say this every time I come in to record even. I always say how nice the community is. I'm serious. Like, that's why I'm so happy to be doing this, because it's like people have always been so nice to me whenever I play. People come in and offer advice and things like that, and it's like fun to watch. So, yeah, I'm happy to be here, happy to be doing this.
And we're happy to have you. Yes, the HAWK community is super wonderful.
Yeah.
We have some really great friends and great repeat people that come by, and we really appreciate you guys. I do have a command up for Ivy. Looks like Stream Elements decided to mess with some of the links, so very quickly I am I'm going to fix that. But you can find Ivy. There's a link in the title of the stream. If you click on her name, it'll bring you right to her Twitch account. So make sure you go follow her. Check her out on Instagram, Twitter, all that jazz. Thank you, Play HAWKED /Peridot, my love. Thank you. I'm going to fix it as we go, as we wait. Peridot knows those troubles of Stream Elements just deciding it doesn't want to do its job.
Yeah.
You know.
No, when I stream often, I have said with love, a few viewers are like, wouldn't be an Ivy stream without a tech issue, so like, don't worry about it.
100%.
Every time I do anything, always something.
Always something. Let's see if this affects it. It's like for commands, you have to have them very specifically written or they'll combine. See, it's still giving me. And I tested it earlier, and that's the thing. You test it, and it's fine, and then you go live, and everything's broken. I'm going to send this over to Peridot. Maybe she can do me a solid and take a look at this.
Oh, good.
All right. I think we'll get started with some of our questions. You were already on your way. I love you, Peridot, the love of my life. Frickin' Bodhi. Yeah, we can just blame Bodhi. Phantom, that is okay. We love, love, love you. And guess what? This stream will be up so you can come by and check it out later on. We'll have some highlights and stuff ready. So don't worry if you can't hang out. We're happy to have you. So, Ivy, first off, we'll start easy. What's your favorite color?
Oh my god. It's difficult. Oh no, it depends on my mood. No, but a little bit.
That's a mood,
I
though.
feel like, okay, I actually have thought about this in general. I feel like the last time I just randomly asked this question. Okay, if it's like a product or like aesthetic thing, usually go with purple.
Love it.
But if it's clothes, big fan of like a mustard yellow. Does that make sense?
Ooh,
and
no.
Those are not analogous colors, complementary colors, purple and yellow. So that kind of, I guess, makes sense. So yeah.
I'm 100%, I get you. Where you're like, I have my favorite color, and then I have my what looks best on me color. I get it.
Like I feel like the answer to that question, because like I'm old, is what color was your first like iPod Nano? Is the ones that were like colored, the Skittle ones. You know what I mean? They came in like 10 different colors. Whatever that was, which was like the blue purple. That's your favorite color, just is. So there you go.
You know, solid, done. I love it.
Yeah.
That is a good way to tell.
Yeah.
You guys are, I love you guys. All right. Yes, mustard yellow. Is an interesting one, but it's a good one. When you find a good mustard yellow color.
Too many shirts. Every time I'm just like, I'm always looking at stuff. I'm like, ooh, I have this color, but not this like texture, not this cut. So I just like my wardrobe is just entirely like mustard yellow in the fall. It's good.
Oh, I love it. Oh
yeah.
Fall time. You like rust orange, Mike? I love it.
That's a good one.
All right.
Same vibe, I think.
Oh yeah, totally. Anything that fits into like could fall from a tree.
Yeah.
Let's see. My chats with her. Oh, well, we have a friend of yours that seems to have popped in. Dual names. Oh. James has popped in.
Hello, James. James is a very talented game developer himself, so lovely to see you, James.
Yes.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, James, thanks so much for popping in. We appreciate it. Peridot being the fixer in my life. I appreciate you making that look good, pitting it for me. I love you with my entire being. So, I think we can get into some of the more nitty-gritty questions. Our first one up, obviously, you can answer in however you feel comfortable. What was the process of getting the role of Nellie?
This was, oh my gosh, how long ago was this? A couple of years ago. I'm trying to remember. If Aaron Z Best is in the chat, he knows things. He's my husband, so like if Aaron Z Best is watching and has an answer to that, he might know better than I do. I feel like this was maybe like 2022, I want to say, or 2021, maybe even one. I got an audition from the studio 3Beep, who I've worked with before. They actually did the voiceover for a game called Pathfinder and Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Specifically, that's the one I'm in. So I've worked with them before, I've auditioned through them before. So it was just another audition sent to me by them. And I think at the time it was for like under a code name, and it was something that seemed almost like it was going to be almost like a demo test of sorts, and I didn't know what the project was. But they did send like a really big bio, like backstory of this character, some concept art, all this stuff. I remember it was like almost like 2 pages of lore on Nellie and all this stuff, and I was just like, oh, I'm in love with this character. And I think actually they wanted to hear a more general American accent as well as like a Southern one. So I did two auditions, 2 takes rather of the same thing. Yeah, and then I was just like, well, that was cool. And you try not to get too attached to characters as an actor, because it's like, you know, send it and forget it, that kind of thing. But I was like, oh, she's cool. Like I have a strong memory of seeing the audition come in, and I was at a park that day, and I was just like sitting the bench, like drinking a latte, reading this, like, oh, I want this. Oh, I shouldn't get excited, but like I'm excited. I want this. I don't even know what it is. That kind of thing. Yeah, and then when I found out I booked it, that was really exciting, and I was like, I still don't know what this could become, but seems like something cool. And then it was really exciting when I feel like months and months later, it was like, hey, Ivy, remember that thing we did like a while ago? Well, it's back and you're doing more. It's like happening. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, and it's just kind of gone from there. So I didn't really know what was, as tends to happen with acting, they kind of give you just like what you need to know without knowing too much, you know what I mean? But I was very excited when I saw like, oh, this is becoming like a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just auditioned with those 2 takes. I did it from home and sent it in and got the good news probably within a week or so. So, yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, like Ivy was saying, for those that don't know the more acting side of the business rather than the gaming side of it, you can audition for something, tell yourself to let go, and then months later the character will reappear and they'll be like, oh, hey, remember that thing that you let go of? We want you now. It's wild. But it's a fun, freeing career, and I'm a little giddy right now getting to talk to you, Ivy. I'm a little starstruck. I hope you know that.
Oh, thank you.
Of course. So yes, James, we will be taking audience questions. I have Peridot writing them down for me as we go. I'm going to go through a few that I have vetted, and then we'll take a couple live questions. Again, obviously, please keep them appropriate. Please keep them not too personal. We want to obviously keep that. Send it and forget it. Exactly. Peridot will take any questions that pop into the chat, but we will take those probably a little later on. So I love learning about how Nellie came to be and that she's been growing for so long. I would say, okay, our next question. How did you prepare for someone like Nellie? Obviously, you said that you had the 2 different types of accents that you went for, but how did you get into Nellie while you were auditioning, while you were actually doing the recording, etc.?
Yeah, I mean, the thing I always do with any character audition, I love to read the specs out loud. So the specs basically are the description. I don't know if I still have it on my phone. I don't know if I can like read the actual Nellie specs, but you could use your imagination. It's just like a lot of backstory and just sort of like, oh, Nellie Ruffin is like I forget her age. Is she 26, 28, something like that? But
that sounds right.
she's a 28-year-old renegade that she does this and this. You know what I mean? So it's this whole backstory and then explaining who the character is. Like I think one of the things they described her as was like, oh, she never looks back at the explosion when it goes off. And I was like, ooh, I really love that detail. So I wanted to read them out loud because I wanted to feel like, do I sound like I'm talking about myself? Do I sound natural? Do I sound, excuse me, you know what I mean? Like, as I'm reading it, I feel like her personality's kind of coming out. There's like a bit of swagger to her, that kind of thing, but she's not in like a I'm better than you way. It's more like she's down for anything. Like she knows she's the best, but I'm not going to be arrogant about it because we all know I'm the best. That kind of thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like
she slipped out. I heard it. There she was.
Oh, that was actually the funniest thing is that the lines, when I was trying to record the general American audition, I'm like, this is written Southern. This keeps like, it just naturally kept kind of slipping Southern. So when they told me during the session, like, yeah, we're gonna go with like a kind of a Southern, I'm like, it's gonna be real Southern. Like I feel like the way this is written and her vibe, like, I'm sorry, it's unavoidable. So yeah, like reading her whole, like I said, it was like a huge, probably the longest specs I've ever had, like biggest backstory, which I loved because it's like more information is better, like that can all kind of come out in the performance. Reading that out loud and making sure that sounds natural. As far as recording, like while, like as I'm continuing to do it, I actually made, and I've only been doing this for like maybe a year or so. As of late, I've been making playlists for characters that I voice to like listen to get hype, and it's a work in progress. But some of the songs on my playlist, excuse me, because this was the first one that came to mind. I remember when I went into the studio to record her for the first time, I think, or maybe second time, because I had a better handle on like the plot of things a bit. I had to listen to Reptilia by The Strokes because like, who are we fighting here? Come on. So like every time I hear that song, I think of her. I also have Monster Hospital by Metric, Cherry Bomb, The Runaways, Don't
Classic.
Stop Me Now by Queen, Bad Reputation, Joan Jett, and a song called Don't Break the Needle, which just gives me Nellie vibes. It just does. So I have my little Nellie playlist, which is actually called, let's see if I could pull up the name.
Everyone is saying you've got some bangers on there.
Oh, good. It's called Tell 'em Old Nellie Sent Ya. I know my phone is not, you
that
can kind of
is
see
so...
it's backwards, but
it's
Tell
going.
'em Old Nellie Sent Ya. That's my Nellie playlist. So I love listening to that before I get going.
Paradox
so
Love and Monster Hospital. You got some good stuff on there.
Oh, good. They're just songs that either like remind me of her vibe, or she could be listening to, or whatever. You know what I mean? Or just fit like the vibe of the game. So
Totally. Like, what was she
That's
doing
my
on her
favorite.
break at the amusement park? All that jazz.
Oh yeah,
I love it.
she's ready.
She is. So that was fantastic. That question did come from one of our mods, our Discord mods,
Oh, cool.
Kira. So Kira, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
What? Okay, this one's more of a fun one. If HAWKED were to collab with any game, movie, TV, what would you want it to be?
Oh, okay. What I personally would want it to be, I hinted at it before. It would be Kirby.
It was Kirby.
It's my favorite. Like I have. Oh my god, next to me. Anyone who's watching from my streams knows I showed these yesterday. I got these guys recently.
Oh.
I'm like a massive Kirby person. So my apartment's filled with Kirby merch, and specifically his little pal Waddle Dee. So I don't even know what that would look like, but you know what? They kind of pulled it off with the last Kirby game with this like apocalyptic, I can't even say it, apocalyptic setting, but it's like colorful. And I kind of feel like HAWKED has those vibes actually.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's colorful, but also the world's collapsing because someone got the artifact, like that kind of thing.
Yep.
So I feel like this actually would have more crossover potential than you'd think. But I haven't thought of it past Kirby's cute and he should be in more things. So it could be a Kirby collab.
A Kirby collab.
Amazing.
What a good answer. Jetty loves Kirby. Caliber saying, look, it's possible. Kirby artifacts. Like if you had one, you could like, I don't know. What would friends in chat, what would a Kirby artifact do for us? Everyone's like, yes, Kirby collab now.
It just makes sense. It just does.
It does.
Don't think about it too long. It might not if you think about it too long, but at first reaction, so much sense.
We love, love, love it.
It's like a Maxim tomato, boost your health even more.
Ooh, I like it. Or like you can eat up trinkets. Maybe it's a way to hold more trinkets. I like it. Or an automatic. Ooh, what if you were able to? I'm like brainstorming now. Kirby artifact. You could take like inhale the trinkets, and then they automatically get sent back to the rift wake, so you don't have to extract. Blue Jetty says that you would inhale artifacts from other players if they get too close.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I like it.
That's a good one.
We got some good. I'm so happy.
Yay.
What within HAWKED, are there any other game modes that you would like to see? Because we did have our Wonder Rush mode. Anything that comes to mind?
Yes. I don't know. My personal favorite so far, and it's not really a mode, well, kind of a mode, but more of just a story thing, was the Red Spring event, or as I was calling it, the hormones event. That's what it felt like. It's just like it's springtime, everyone's out. Like, oh boy. But like that was the most fun thing in the world to record. So I am biased. What was that?
It was for you? You loved recording that?
Yeah, that's my favorite thing by far. Like, or I shouldn't say by far, but it's just like the most fun thing to record. Because some of like the battle stuff and all this stuff in the recent plot, you know, was very like fun to do also. But like this was so like we were laughing hysterically recording that. So I am biased toward anything, if it wasn't clear from my Kirby answer, like anything that's like a silly mode. I don't know what that would look like, but yeah, just something that's just like another silly thing, or any type of like alternate universe like fanficky stuff is fun. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, totally.
I'm very much like a silly gamer, if that makes sense. So like anything that results in like, oh, what's like the silliest looking costume? What's the cutest looking outfit? What's like the cutest thing you could do? Like, I love that. So I don't know what that would be, but I'd be biased against anything that's like a cute mode, not like an intense like death mode with the, oh no, I'm gonna be bad at that. It's scary. I want the cute mode. So something like that. I don't know. HAWKED cooking sim when.
Ooh, a cooking sim. Imagine.
I would actually love that. Ooh, actually, it's a good one. You have to like scavenge for potion ingredients or something like that. I don't know. Something silly. It's Bjorn's birthday. We have to make him a cake, and you have to scavenge for ingredients. And I don't know. There can be some challenging enemies to defeat if you like that sort of thing to distract you from the cooking part. That'd be fun, I think. Just like a scavenger hunt for ingredients, and I don't know, to fight giant strawberries or something. That'd be fun.
Oh my god, they're all the disciples are in like onesies or something.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we found it in the end. So.
Oh, of course. Would you, from Joanna Dark in Discord, do you have any influences in real life or movies that you specifically drew on for Nellie?
Ooh, you know, I don't know. It's more, like I said, it was like reading the specs and kind of like creating a person. I don't really know if there's much of like anyone I know personally in there. Though I will say, when I showed a clip of Nellie, like when the game was out, I sent it to one of my friends who's a streamer, and he's from New Mexico, and I asked like, oh, what do you think? And he's like, she reminds me of so many like diner waitresses I've met on Route 66. I was like, I love that.
I love that.
That's like, so I love that like someone could find that within her. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like
no is a valid answer.
I feel like if anything, once I started recording her, it's one of these things where it's like HAWKED is honestly one of the few projects I've had where I've been able to like return to a character multiple times over like multiple recording sessions and still going. So like that's really exciting, because usually it's just kind of like, oh, after the recording session over this span is done, we're done. So she's kind of evolved, I think, even more into her own unique person. So I feel like any possible references I was pulling from for like the accent or just like the vibe, I feel like she's become like her own thing now, if that makes sense. It's just like, yeah, that's just Nellie. That's just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, oh,
so,
totally.
Yeah, I feel like she's kind of crystallized into her own person.
And I love that. It's 100% Ivy. Let's move on to more of kind of your general voice acting career.
Sure.
When voicing a character, this comes from Lil Bear on Reddit. When you're voicing a character, which personality do you feel is easiest to resonate? Do you like a strong vocal type, a quirky, lighthearted, a smooth villain? Those were the examples our friend gave. Like, what do you gravitate towards?
Interesting. Whoever will cast me, okay.
That is literally the answer I always give. They're like, what do you like to do? Everything.
Yeah, whatever you're hiring for. No, but a little bit. But it's kind of true. I feel like I've been so many different things. And even within the same game sometimes, I've been multiple characters within like the same thing, and people are surprised by that. Like, whoa, that's the same as the bad guy. I'm like, yeah, it's just kind of everything. Yeah, I feel like for a while, I feel like I made a tweet like I don't know, so maybe like a couple years ago. I feel like it's kind of lessened, but still a bit true. I feel like the bulk of what I end up being cast as is like two types. Just can kill you and can kill you, but like in an attractive way.
I love it.
Like those are kind of the two types. Just like, oh, okay. So I feel like I sometimes get cast as like I'm a vampire in a game that's coming out hopefully soonish. I know they're still working on it, but it's a public thing called Nighthawks. I'm like a vampire in that who's like very sexy and stuff like that. Like this dark, like she's not a bad guy. She's like one of your companions, but she's a bit morally, you know. So I feel like I get cast as that. I've been like a dragon in a game that was sort of a neutral evil, a bit misunderstood. You can kill the dragon or not, and I'm always like, if you kill the dragon,
you're dead.
Dragon did nothing Dragon was merely hungry. So I feel like sometimes I get sort of these more morally kind of characters, which is kind of fun. Yeah, that, or honestly, I feel like characters like Nellie, she kind of reminds me a bit actually of the character I did in Pathfinder, which is the other game I did with this recording studio, who was named Anevia, and she also had this sort of like, I know a guy who knows a guy kind of vibe. Like, you know, she was sort of like, she's a good guy, but, you know, a rogue with a heart of gold kind of thing. It's like a D&D kind of thing, you know, so like a rogue with a heart of gold, and she's sort of like, she's on the inside track, you know, she's like your trusted advisor, but she'll get things done her way, that kind of thing. It's very Nelly-ish. So lately I've been happy to play those sorts of characters, and I feel like those are very fun to do. And yeah, that can kind of match my own humor, I think. So that's been good. I like that sort of, not just like a good guy, but like a good guy my way. That's
exactly. Like you could go to them for help and they'll always have your back, but you gotta trust them to do it their way.
Yeah, like I think in that game even, you know, it's sort of like a chosen one thing with the protagonist, and at a certain point this like miracle happens and the protagonist is very like, no, I'm not a hero, I didn't do anything special, and she's kind of like, yeah, but you know, all those guys don't know that. Like, here's a piece of the giant like statue that broke. You know, do me a favor, blow on this for me. I can get a good price on the black market, that kind of thing. And everyone's chiding her, like, and she's like, what? He's the chosen one, you know, that kind of thing. So, yeah, I love that. That's like, she's not bad, but you know, make a quick buck. So
I love it.
Fun.
Yeah, exactly, Mike. Voicing a dragon sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, that was in a game called Unavowed. I do a lot of like point and click adventure voiceover stuff, like puzzle games. So in that I was 4 characters, and the dragon is sort of part of like a moral puzzle, you know, do you kill the dragon and do this, or do you save the dragon and do that kind of thing, and your actions have consequences. But yeah, dragon voice a lot on the throat, but it's fun to do.
Oh, I bet.
Gotta be warmed up for it.
Well, that was also on that note, what are some of the things you do to take care of your voice, to prepare vocally?
Oh, yeah.
Maintaining your voice, etc.
I use sometimes, it's called straw phonation, where you sort of hum through a straw. I know that sounds very funny, but it kind of forces your vocal cords to do a certain thing that like kind of exercises them and it sounds made up. It's a thing. I do that sometimes. I do that mostly. Honestly, some of the Nellie stuff has been vocally, especially in the most recent event of things, you know, yelling all the lines with Bodhi and all that. I was like, ooh, that was a day. So that helps. Big fan of these things called Grethers pastilles. #, not sponsored. Though
are you literally just in my bag right now looking through all the
you
stuff
have
I have?
too?
I love Grethers.
Oh my God. I'm actually like upset to talk about it because like they don't sponsor me, and I'm only making this joke because I just saw a friend of mine over the weekend, and she just did a production of she does a lot of like live theater. She was in a production of a show, and she told me like, oh, one of my castmates, she's like TikTok famous and Instagram famous, and I was like, oh, I was creeping, and I said, yeah, I saw that she's sponsored by Grethers. I was like, my God, like they actually do that? So yeah, I'm just like, so we were making a joke over the weekend of just like, upset.
You heard it here, Grethers.
Anyway,
Ivy.
I know.
Sponsor.
I know. I buy them in like bulk. They're really good. So that helps with my voice. They're just like a really good, probably overpriced, but not to me because they're effective and I like the little tins they come in. So.
Oh my God, they're perfect for bobby pins.
Exactly. So big fan of that. Like loquat syrup, all that. I mix it with hot water because I can't do just the spoonful. I sip it like a tea. That's really delicious. Throat coat, all that good stuff. So yeah, just staying hydrated, and no dairy or anything like that before a session.
That's a session.
Bad idea. Yeah, that's a bad idea. I feel like there have been times where, because I record from home a lot, and my husband would be like, "Ooh, just because you're in such a rush, I'm gonna go out and get us lattes," and I'm like, "Take mine afterward."
Yeah,
I'll
put it in the fridge.
Mistake. Yeah, because dairy is not wonderful on your cords right before you perform.
Yeah, as I sip my coffee. But you could see Nellie as a Final Fantasy character that would fit in 7 or 8.
Oh,
Ooh. Love it. So
awesome.
We've talked a little bit about like your gaming VOs. You mentioned doing a lot of point and clicks, which up my alley. I love it.
Yeah.
Have you done any VOs for like TV, radio commercials?
Yeah. For TV, commercials, yes, but also the animation stuff I've done. I'm in an indie series called God School. It's about Greek
that's
mythology.
why I'm fangirling over you right now, because I actually love God School and I needed you to know that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
For those who don't know,
oh my God.
Greek gods, so good.
Oh my God, wait, that's so fun. Oh my gosh. I feel like it doesn't get as much. I mean, it gets a fair amount of love and views on YouTube, but I feel like fandom wise, there are the people who know it and love it. But
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I wish more people knew. Wait, that's so fun. Oh my God. All right. I love that. That whole thing is like animated by one guy in France, which is crazy. And he's like super young and does all the animation himself. It's amazing. So that's really fun. I've been with that for a while and I voiced 2 characters in it. Minthy, who's like in the love triangle with Hades and Persephone, and Iris, who's like a minor character. It has a couple of lines here and there, who's like Hera's attendant, one of her girl squad girls,
Barry
so
says
really fun
fangirl
show.
away. I am. I have been fangirling since I saw that on Ivy's resume.
Oh my God. Okay, cool. The Hades and Minthy episode was honestly one of the most fun things I've ever done. Because that's just like her. It's that sort of fun evil character. Like she's not actually evil. She's just kind of a pain, and she's a little misunderstood. So that was kind of fun to like have her be the hero. But yeah, there's that one. And I'm in a show called Rainbow High that is on Netflix. I think it started as a web series and now it moved to Netflix. That it's all the way up there. I can't. Oh, I used to keep it right on my desk. It's all the way up there, but it's actually a doll line.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the same people who make Bratz. So they're these really cute, like, fashion girl dolls, and they're all different colors and all that stuff. So I voice one of them who was, like, a limited edition Walmart exclusive. So they don't sell the doll anymore. I own 3 of them, I think. 2
that
in
is
box,
so
1 out of
cool.
box. I had to scoop them up. So I got to voice her in a couple of episodes. So, because the doll's not on the shelves, she's not in the show anymore, but that's okay. But that was really fun when it happened. So, and she sounds nothing like nothing like Nellie and nothing like how I sound. It's just like a much like higher pitched kind of voice. I'm Marissa Golding. So that's like a totally different character.
I love it.
But yeah, she was a sleepover doll, which was cute. So I've done that, and then for commercials and things like that, I've done a bunch of that. That's the funny thing with voiceovers. Like this stuff like HAWKED is like obviously like what you live for. That's like the really fun stuff, and it's really fun to be able to like talk about it. People know it, and it's fun to record and fun to play. And then there's the boring stuff, like internal corporate videos for things, and industrials and training videos, and all that kind of stuff. I did some Aquaphor commercials a couple of years ago, and that was kind of fun because I was working like a 9-to-5 job while doing that. So in my office, someone was asking about my voiceover because a few people knew I did that. And I said, oh, I'm Aquaphor. They're like, oh, I heard that last night. Oh my God, I heard that in a Hulu ad break. I'm like, okay, cool. So yeah, I'm trying to think. I've never been like the voice of anything crazy, you know what I mean? But I did do a promotional spot for Foo Fighters, which was really fun for their new album. This was like right before the Grammys, so I got to do like a promo thing. Like
I haven't done anything insanely big, she says, and follows it with Foo Fighters.
I meant like, oh yeah, I'm the voice of
the one voice. I get it. Yeah,
like, yeah. I'm the leprechaun from Lucky Charms. No, that's what I meant. But yeah, but no, that was cool. That was kind of an unexpected sort of like, oh, quick turnaround. Oh, okay. Oh, we're recording today. Oh my God, it was Foo Fighters. Like that kind of thing. That was fun.
Yeah, VO turnarounds can be quite quick.
Oh yeah.
Quite quick.
Oh yeah. But yeah, so a couple of things here and there. Actually, we mentioned Route 66 earlier. I did a whole campaign thing about Route 66 that I narrated the little video for and all that stuff. So that was kind of fun. Some of my streamer friends like, Nellie sounds like waitresses I've met on Route 66. I'm like, see, somehow I knew.
They all connect. And make sure you guys do follow Ivy on her socials. She does post about some of these awesome things she's got. I believe the Foo Fighters one was up recently.
That is true. I was looking for it. It's harder to find commercials and stuff like that. But I actually was like, let me just try one more time. Oh my God, it's the ad. So I had to pull it.
Perfect. So like this question comes from me because I know I like answering this question.
Oh yeah.
Tell us about some of your dream roles or roles that you'd like to visit in the future.
Ooh, it's almost jinxing. I mean, I was making the joke, or not even a joke, it's real, about how much I love Kirby. I have a thing where, because I have like all these little like Kirby plushies and stuff like that, I have a bunch of like the Waddle Dee ones, where because I'm insane, I've like made up little voices because I think that's like fun, like character stuff. Or like I will jokingly pick up. We have like the wise Waddle Dee over there. I'll like pick him up. He's like a little grad cap on, and just like be funny and like hold it up and like say stuff like, "Oh, what is Waddle Dee?" Blah blah blah. Like every, it's just like my husband's making coffee. I'll hold up and be like, "Now be careful, Kirby. You don't want to burn yourself on the water when you leave it boiling too long." That kind of thing.
I love it.
I've made a joke that's become like not even a joke anymore. That I'm like, okay, it's to the point that if they ever bring back the Kirby anime, and Wise Waddle Dee's in it, and it's not me, and he doesn't sound like that, it's like not canon to me.
That's fair. Look, I get it.
So Wise Waddle Dee has become my dream role. I feel like my other thing I've always said is I'm just obsessed with like the BioShock franchise. That was like one of the first real games I ever played.
Did we just become best friends?
Oh my god.
I love BioShock.
Let's go. I've always said that, honestly, this is gonna sound really funny, but you know what? If you love BioShock, you're gonna know what I mean. One of my dream roles, and I feel like it happened kind of, I got to do something kind of like this in a game, would be, how do I describe this? You know, like the audio logs in the game?
Oh yeah.
And sometimes there are characters you only meet like through the audio logs that are very like captain's log, you know. Oh yeah, I did I'm forgetting projects I did. I did something kind of like this in an old game called The Vortex that was like an Amazon Alexa voice game.
Oh, cool.
It was like a narrative game. Yeah, this was like a while ago when this was like emerging tech, so it was like kind of a cool thing. I don't know if it's still around or for sale or whatever, but you know, any of these like captain's log, whatever. So I've always been obsessed with the idea of being a audio log, like a tragic tale you find in like 4 parts under stairwells and corpses in BioShock. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where
Oh,
you pick up
exactly.
an audio log and it's just like this woman like narrating. Like, I don't know. The first one would actually probably be like, you know, "Oh, things are so great in Rapture," and then like the second one would be like, "Huh, there's been some talk of this, but I'm sure we'll be fine." And then the third one is like, "Oh no, things are getting really bad. I don't know. I think we have to go." And then you hear like crashing in the back. And then the fourth one is like, "If anyone finds this, I've hidden all of my medkits in the closet.
Yeah.
The code is 4130." And then it like cuts out. I want to be that character.
I love that.
That would be
for
so
you.
much fun, I feel like, just to tell like your own little optional tale, because I feel like the people who would find it and be like, "Oh, you were, you know, Mary Smith, only accessible in 4 incredibly hard to reach audio logs." I feel like, yeah, you're the real ones, because I'm obsessed with like, I dive way too deep into lore in any games. Oh, that's the other thing that got me really excited about Hawk too, is that it's not just like, oh, it's a shooter thing, and I'm gonna have some lines in the spawn and be like the tutorial, and then okay, oh my god, there's a plot. Oh my god, I'm in the plot. Oh my god, I have like a character okay, like that. Beautiful. So I love that. So I feel like if I was ever in like a BioShock game, it would be one of these, oh, only the people who really dive into the lore, no pun intended, find out about my character.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
real ones only. That'd be fun.
Oh my goodness. So back to Kirby. James has said, Kirby was named after John Kirby, the guy who single-handedly saved the gaming industry after the ET debacle. Love it. Jetty says BioShock is the GOAT favorite series. I know Peridot's over there dancing in her chair too.
I've cosplayed as Elizabeth before.
Oh,
let me see if I can find it. Hold on.
If you find it and send it on Discord, I'll pop it up on stream, or we'll pop a link in, because we need to see this. When are we gonna get an Ivy Dupler AI assistant? Amazon, we're waiting.
We'll see about that. Hold on a sec. Let me try one more. If I can't find it, if I can't find it now, I'll send it to you later. But
yeah, that's okay.
It's the burial. Oh, that's weird. It's the Burial at Sea edition.
Oh,
maybe I posted this on Twitter before. Let's try one more time. I know I've posted this.
Monkey sidekick for the win. Very true.
Oh well. It's somewhere. Maybe if Aaron is listening, if he could source that for me.
I'm sure we could find it. We'll do a deep dive and we'll find it.
Yeah. It's somewhere. I don't know. Twitter is, well, you know. So we'll find it eventually, maybe. Anyway. But yes, I've done the Elizabeth cosplay. I bought the top for it, but I took an old skirt and like glued the white ribbon trim around it, and I was like, I felt like I am a cosplay master. Like
Oh,
I
yeah.
contributed a little bit to this. Yeah,
I love
but
it.
yeah, that was fun.
What are some of your favorite go-to games to play right now?
Ooh, okay.
Besides HAWKED, of course.
Yes, which I do stream. It's fun. Okay. I feel like everybody else in this world right now. I'm a big Balatro fan. That's what I was streaming yesterday. Has anyone in the chat been playing Balatro? Is your brain broken like mine? Do you know that one?
I don't actually offhand. I'm curious to see if chat's got it, but like, let us know.
It came out maybe like 2 months ago, maybe a couple months ago. It is a poker roguelike, and I'm not a roguelike person, and I've never played poker, and I'm obsessed with this game. It's so much fun. It's almost like a puzzly sort of game. It's a card game where all you do is play poker hands. Like you have like, a bunch of cards in front of you. Make a flush, make like a 2-pair, make a straight, whatever.
Oh.
And you have to beat like a certain score, and you can pick up jokers. And there's like 200 of them, and they have all these different effects that do stuff. Like every time you play a flush, get like a multiplier. Every time you play a straight that has an ace in it, make like a bonus card, like that kind of thing. And you could pick up tarot cards and these like celestial cards that upgrade your hands. And the tarot cards do weird stuff, like turn cards into glass, and it gives them a bonus, but they can break. And like, I don't know, it's crazy. So it's like cheating at poker, like that's what people say. I don't know, I love it. And like the gacha part of my brain gets activated by all the little like card packs you open and collecting all the different jokers, and they have different like fun finishes. Oh, my husband just found the picture. Here, wait, let's see if this will work. I'm going to send it to you in our chat.
Oh my gosh. I love it. Do you mind if I pop that on stream really quick?
Yeah, wait, there's two. And then that one. Oh my gosh, this is so a long time ago.
Beautiful. I was gonna say, about how long ago do you think you did this?
Well, this is my old apartment, like first apartment when I moved to the city. So this must have been like, it's probably Comic-Con, so it must have been like October of 2014 is my guess. So this is a while ago. If it was out by then. If it wasn't out at that point, then it was 2015. I think this was 2014.
That sounds right for Infinite, 2014. John's here. What's going on, John? All right. We're going to take a minor break while I show you how beautiful Ivy looks as Elizabeth.
Oh, thank you.
I found Peridot says, I just found it on your Instagram and you tagged it NYCC 2014.
There you go.
Perfect.
There you go. Makes sense. I'm like, that is a very old apartment, so that it can only have been from this time period.
Here's a little picture of Ivy as Elizabeth. Poppin'. We love it.
Oh, apparently, sorry, Aaron is saying the photo was from 2013. I did it for Comic-Con 2014.
Got
there you go.
it.
Okay.
So you pretty much were like, oh, I love this character. Cosplay.
Yeah.
Right
I'm sure that the DLC will like just come out, and I'm like, it's happening. Done.
She's a great character.
Because the other outfit also is like too much going on. I can't do like a petticoat at New York Comic-Con.
That's fair. Oh yeah. So perfect. We love it. And let's see. I do have a really awesome idea from one of our other CMs, KT Peridot. A little bit of a rapid fire this or that.
Oh my god. Okay.
So it's gonna be it's super easy. No need to answer super fast. But I'm gonna give you.
I'm so bad at quick time events. Oh god.
I'm giving you a quick time event.
I'll figure it out.
So I'll give you two options, and you just tell us which one you like. All right, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Accent or no accent?
Ooh. No accent.
Okay. In the studio or home studio?
Ooh. Okay. Before noon, home. Afternoon, not my problem. Let me go somewhere with good air conditioning and an engineer, so I don't have to engineer myself. But that before noon, absolutely. 10 a.m. from here, please.
From here, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Voice a human or a monster?
Ooh. Okay, I would say monster, but not necessarily like not a monster voice. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Monster, but that doesn't have to come out of the voice. So that's my tricky sneak answer to that.
No, that's perfect. I am also a tricky. Let me answer this for you longer. I get it. Let's see. Do you like dramatic lines or comedy lines?
Honestly, probably drama overall, but I think comedy when I get like a really good script that's not, I don't know, it's funnier when it's just sort of like a bit more snark than like trying to be silly in the lines. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so I would say,
like a dry humor.
Drama, probably.
Yeah. Inanimate object to voice, plant or table?
You know, ooh, I know you're like, immediate answer. I'm like, oh, it's both is interesting. I think table, because it sounds way more challenging. That's weird. When have you heard a talking table? I feel like talking plant, that's in so many like cozy garden sims.
Oh, yeah.
Talking table? That's like Beauty and the Beast. Let's figure that out. So
Right? I love that. What a good one.
what would that sound like? My God, yeah.
I feel like it depends on what kind of table. Are you talking about like a TV dinner table? Or are you talking about like a nice dining
That sound
table?
different from like an end table. Different from a
Exactly.
nightstand. Totally.
Keshia's here. How you doing, girl? What's up? Yes, we love a Beauty and the Beast reference. And then one more quick fire. Young character or old character?
Ooh. Old character.
Ooh, okay. Love it. Obviously, all
Yeah.
of those are Por qué no los dos. You could have both, but we like to see what comes to mind first. We will open up the chat. If you guys have any additional questions you want to ask Ivy, pop them in and we'll get going. But while we wait for those, one from one of our other mods, Mike, what led you to become a voice actress? What was your kind of your storyline?
Oh, yeah. Does anyone here know the Nancy Drew computer games? Because I was obsessed with those as a child. Oh, do you? Oh my God, yeah, okay, cool. I stream those all the time. I'm obsessed. I actually won their t-shirt contest before I started voice acting. Like the year before I started pursuing it, I won their t-shirt design contest. So for a while, they sold my...
No way.
Just right behind me, because I have somewhere behind me on this massive shelf a copy of one of their old games signed by the team. That was part of my prize for winning the t-shirt contest. So so this was like something I was obsessed with. When I was a kid, I used to I would mute the sound and read the lines, because those games have like the lines, you know, like the text boxes there. I would literally mute it and like record myself doing the lines, because I thought that was fun, and try to like get the timing right. Like this is stuff I did when I was like 8. So that was always like a secret thing I wanted to do. But I didn't know like how to get started or do anything with it. So I went to college for writing. Because I've always been a writer, and I've done like editorial work and stuff like that, and I've like writing short stories. And I ended up doing like a whole career with magazine writing, and I wrote for Lucky Magazine and Epicurious and like all these other places. And I was actually trying for an editorial job at a video game publication. And I made it like through like 5 weeks of interviewing.
Wow.
This was circa the Elizabeth picture, actually, is what the timeline was on this. Like a little like after that, slightly after that, I think. And I didn't get the job, and I was like devastated. And I was really reflecting on like why I want to be in video games so badly, and like why this like hurts so much. And it's like, well, what I really want to do in games is like act in them, but I have no experience and I don't know what I'm doing. So I was on Twitter, and I saw that a game developer who I was like a big fan of was doing open auditions for his game. And I was like, that's cool. And he's like an indie developer. And I auditioned for it with like my computer mic like built into my MacBook. I'm like whispering my lines because like I didn't want my roommate to hear, because I was embarrassed. And of course I don't book it because it's like not a fairy tale. But the experience of like, wow, I actually recorded this thing, like felt so cool. So I got in touch with the casting director, because she did classes, and I started taking her classes and other classes and practicing more and getting comfortable in a microphone and buying my first like baby microphone and reading more stuff and voicing in like video game mods and like, you know, little fan projects and stuff. And maybe like 2 years after all that, I auditioned again for, or maybe, no, it's actually later, it's like 3 years after this. I auditioned again for the same developer, and he casts me.
Oh my
and that
gosh!
was the dragon game, actually. That was Unavowed. And what made it even crazier is I thought, oh, maybe the casting director I trained with gave a good word. Nope. She'd never, like, he didn't use her to cast that game. So she had no part of this. So I just assumed. And it's like, no, he's like, I didn't know who you were at all. He's like, I just really liked your audition. I was like, oh my God. So that was an awesome full circle moment. Because, like, I've been a fan of this guy's games. This is Watch It Eye Games, is the developer. Been a fan of his work, auditioned. I even went to a class that he was like a special guest at to like talk about video game acting. He's like no memory of this, but I still have the sheet where he, at the end, he gives feedback. It's like circle 1. Would this actor be? I don't know if it said rejected. Maybe it wasn't quite harsh. It was like this actor would be not cast, called back, or booked. And he circled called back and wrote underneath it, but very close to booked. And I was like, ooh, so that was like the midpoint, and then I actually got cast by him, and now we're like close friends, and we've worked together on a bunch of projects since, which has been awesome. So yeah, that was just like a secret thing I wanted to do, and once I got over the, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm embarrassed, like whispering my lines when my roommate was out, and like nope, we're going full on into this, and yeah, it's been good, and going from there. So yeah, it started from being rejected from a video game publication. Thank you for that. Best thing that ever happened.
Yeah. See, you say it's not a fairy tale, and I can understand immediately not a fairy tale, but you really had a full story, a full circle story, especially with this one company. That's so beautiful. Yeah, Keshia's like, happy for you. That's so beautiful. What a good story.
Thank you. It was a very cool full circle moment, especially since like my love of the genre of game that's all the point and click stuff. That's kind of how I got into doing it, mostly for that. It started with Nancy Drew, and then when I was in college, my boyfriend at the time introduced me to that guy's games.
Okay.
So I was like playing those. That's why it was like, oh, I get to audition for him and be rejected by him, but I'm gonna try again. And I did. And I'm
try again.
Give up. So don't give up. That's the moral. Didn't know there was a moral, but we found one.
We did. Yeah. James says, Ivy and I met after Whispers, and I didn't like Unavowed at first. And then she said, no, James, play it. And I replayed it, and I can safely say I have never been more wrong in my life. I love that.
James is also in this, has worked with the same developer, and he's a big fan of my work in a game called Whispers of a Machine. That was my first protagonist role in something where I got to like carry a game myself, and I was still kind of a little new to things, so that was a big, it still is a big thing for me. That was huge, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how James found my work. That's the context there.
I love
Thanks,
that.
James.
I think if you would be down, I would be honored, and it would be my pleasure to play around with you.
I need to open the game. I didn't have it up because I knew it would make noise, and I'm like, oh, if I hear the theme going, I'm gonna either get distracted or I'm gonna be like grooving.
That's what I have it very lightly in the background, and I just
okay. I need to launch it real quick.
No rush.
Let's hope Discord doesn't break, and we'll see what happens. So let me get that up.
So I have a question for chat that I'm kind of going through, and I was like, you know what, this is actually a good chat question. Do you think storyline we're gonna get a new crew member to replace Bodhi?
Ooh.
What do you think's gonna happen to Bodhi leaving the fridge open all the time? We gonna get someone to take his spot? What do you guys think? You groove all the time when stream is starting? Yeah, exactly, Outcast. The music is popping. We love it.
All right, I am in.
I will join to close that fridge. John,
it's
get
always
in line.
Funny when I stream it because I'm like, oh, let me go talk to me for a second.
I love
Hello,
it.
Me. Howdy, me.
I was about to say, would you do us the honor of a line or two?
Oh my god, yeah. I'm like trying to remember. It's a good one.
John.
It's us versus the disciples, not us versus us. Yeah, that's the one I quote because I feel like I get that one all the time. Whenever I talk to her in Spawn, and I'm just like, implying I have the skills to kill another player? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm bad.
I love it. And it's so interesting to watch the voice come out of your mouth. Because I've only
There's
ever...
stash nearby. Yeah.
Oh, you and your stashes. The bane of my existence.
I feel like I learned how to better find them when I was watching you play. I'm like, oh, okay. So it's really bad. I feel like I'm that person on the team that's just like wandering in a circle with like my metal detector, and everyone's like, the big lizard guys.
We gotta go that way.
No, there's a stash nearby. I gotta get my stash. So give me a minute.
I love it.
Should I friend you or how?
Yes. So if you'd like, go ahead. I'm gonna leave that open. I will send you.
Do you need my user?
Yeah, why don't you send that to me on Discord? I'll send you a quick friend.
Cool. It's Kirby themed.
I love it. So what Ivy needs to do while playing with Nim is just say that the stash is nearby and see if I fall for it. Oh no, I'm gonna be looking for everything.
I know that's a thing. Some of the Overwatch. I'm also like very into Overwatch. A bunch of the Overwatch actors. I think maybe the guy who plays Cassidy. He's done that before. I think where on a stream or something to be funny, he did like the ult line to see if people would scatter, thinking it's like the actual character in the game doing the ult. You know what I mean?
I love that.
So I should start doing that.
Oh, why am I might myself have to do. Oh, you know what? Actually, do you have your ID code on you?
Oh, how do I do that?
That should be under your profile.
Okay.
4D chess
under
move. Oh yeah.
Allow friend invites is on. How do I see that? I have my.
If you go to
game settings, I'm on. Oh, which one?
If you go to friends and you look at your name on the left-hand side, you should be able to see an ID number.
Friends. Oh, I can get to. Wait, no. The only way I can get to friends is by talking to Nellie, but I don't think that's the.
If you press tab, are you able to?
Oh, tab.
Open?
Oh, tab. There we go.
There you go.
Okay, I see it. All right, and which? Oh, and I give. Okay, I'll give you this number.
Yeah, that's the number I need.
I have a clacky keyboard.
I do too. Don't you worry.
Oops. That should be it.
Perfect. All right, I sent one over. Let me know if you got it.
I see it.
Perfect.
Yep.
And then I'll invite you to the party.
Great. Oh, you have a cool banner.
Thanks. That was from the Red Spring event. Everyone knew that I was like trying to get it that whole time.
Love it. Oh yeah, we really were like actually dying recording that. That was funny. I did that one in studio. It was me, and I think this guy Dom was my engineer on that, who's great. So we were just like doubled laughing. I think it's the line where Nellie's like fuzzy bee. She like calls
that one got me.
Fuzzy bee, where I don't know how I managed this. Like this was not some like cool advanced voice actor technique. This was like a complete happy accident where the way I said it, I guess maybe the way that I like that, like sort of like before, like, you know, she's like forcing the word not to come out kind of thing.
Yeah.
It made this noise that he just burst out laughing. He's like, that sounded.
Ooh. I think I lost her real quick.
Saying like fuzzy bee, it just like made this weird like bee buzzing noise like before I said it. I was like, I can't tell if that's the best take actually or not good because it's like technically an error, or are we gonna use it? So
will you do me a favor and tell us that story one more time? I pressed the wrong button and
okay.
I made an uh-oh because I have so many screens open.
All good.
So yeah, tell us once more time.
Tell it again. Okay.
Yeah, tell us.
I was just saying how the Red Spring event was my favorite thing to record just because it was all like the silly stuff, and I love like a good silly romp, you know, before Bodhi decided to make everything else serious in the game. So like right now, all the screens vibrating. But I was saying one of my favorite lines in it was Nellie says something like Fuzzy Bee, like she doesn't want to call the player like Fuzzy Bee. It was like all the pet names were just kept laughing after all of them, and we're very like, who writes this stuff? Oh wait, he's on the call with us. You know, we're just like, that was so funny. So during that line in particular, I would love to say that this was like a cool like voice actor advanced technique. Like it wasn't. It was a complete like happy accident. But the way that I kind of like stalled before I said it, because she's like forcing it not to come out, like the sound, it sounded like an insect buzzing. I swear to you, like the engineer Dom, he like clipped just that and hit play. Like you're all hearing this, right? So it just sounded like an insect noise before I said it, and I was like, I can't tell if this is like actually the greatest take or no. Oops, I have to hit ready.
Oh, you're good.
Oops, or not, because it's technically like an error. You know what I mean? Or if this is like, I can't remember if it was used or not. But
it's true, happy little accidents.
Fuzzy Bee, so good. But yeah, all of her not wanting to call people names was funny. We tried it like a couple of different ways too and stuff like that. Yeah, because I feel like there was one where maybe I was like, she's just given up. Like I forget what the name was, but you know, at a certain point, she's just like, all right, darling, let's just do this. Like, you know, like she's just like, I'm just embracing that I'm calling the player that. Whatever, let's just go.
So perfect.
Yeah, those were so funny.
Yeah, we have some, we got some fun events coming up, guys. I think if you've read our dev diary, there's a couple hints in there, the latest dev diary. Which I actually... am gonna pop that in for you guys. Yes, Mike, we are looking forward to it. We got some really good stuff coming up. So, Ivy, about how many people are in a session with you while you're recording?
Sure.
Let's learn about the tech of it.
Yeah. With HAWKED, usually 2 other people.
Okay.
With me. The engineer, so somebody from 3Beep, which is the like recording studio, who's directing me / you know, engineering the whole session, and then someone from HAWKED. Usually like, you know, like on the narrative side of things.
Yeah.
Who can give better direction and explain stuff. So sometimes when we have like, you know, a whole new section that needs to be explained, like for instance all the stuff that's in the thing right now where Nellie's kind of like explaining, you know, like what's going on, all the Bodhi, you know what I mean? He had to like brief me on like, all right, so here's the deal. So yeah, I've known for like months Bodhi goes evil, you know, so of course, you know, so like him explaining all of that stuff to me and then giving context like, oh, you know, she's a little, you know, she's not used to stepping up to be the leader, but she's like ready to do it, so that she'll like come through in the voice. That this isn't like totally natural, but she's not completely freaked out. It's more like, all right, Renegade, it's my time to take command, you know, that kind of thing. It's just like, all right, I'm stepping up and like I'm gonna embrace it, that kind of thing. So he'll give good direction in that way, you know what I mean?
Love it.
And kind of cut in to be like, ooh, can we actually try it, you know, XYZ way, stuff like that. And I'll do the same thing where sometimes if they have an idea for like, oh, we should say it like this, I'll be like, ooh, can I try one where it kind of like, she like maybe pauses and does a little laugh before saying the next part or whatever, you know, that kind of thing. So we'll try different stuff together. And it's also fun, like I was saying, that we've done so many sessions now at this point that it's like, you know, in the beginning you could feel a little nervous, like I don't want to suggest anything. It's like their game. I don't know. And now I'm just like, oh, I have an idea. Can we try it? Like let's just go. Come on. I know Nellie pretty well at this point. I think she'd do it this way, you know. So
I love it.
It's fun. So when I do it from home a lot too. So literally my studio is like a closet right there that's lined with foam and soundproofing blankets and all that stuff. So when I do it from home, I have the engineer on my headphones who's connected in a Zoom call usually to the guy from the Hawk team. So
Got it.
I have both of them on my headset. And when I come into the studio, then I'm in their booth and the engineer is like right outside physically. I can see him too, and I can hear him on my headphones, and I hear Hawk Team on my headphones.
Awesome. Yeah. So it's been a split
kind of a gamer
between home studio versus going into a different studio for HAWKED?
Yeah. That sometimes, and I live in Brooklyn, so, sometimes I just come right into Manhattan to record for it, and other times, I feel like it usually depends on how long. If they tell me, oh, we need you for like an hour, and we want to do it at like 11 a.m., I'm like, that'll happen from home,
Got
but
it.
other times, if it's like, hey, we have a big story update, 3 hours, we want you for 3 hours, that kind of thing, then it's like, okay, can I come in, please?
Let's do studio, totally.
Yeah, because it's better that way, because my closet is, closet. It gets the job done. I don't think anyone can tell which lines are recorded from home and which aren't. That's
not at all
broadcast quality. It's just more comfortable, obviously.
Of course.
But
you can only be in a closet for so long before you get too hot.
Yeah, I have to. No, I pop the door open frequently through stuff. I'll be like, okay, let's do like 5 lines. Pop the door.
Smart.
5 lines. Pop the door. So.
Well, yeah. Then we have a personal question then. Are you a Yankees fan?
I am not. Oh, we're a Mets family.
Mets family, understood.
Stream has been ended. No kidding.
Goodbye.
We're like a Mets family. Yeah, I'm not a huge sports person. I will say the one sport I don't follow, but I like to watch. Like, I'll put it this way. If someone said, oh, you're getting tickets to a sports game, what would you most like to do? Islanders game. I'm a hockey person.
Okay.
So that's my guys right there. Yeah.
Love
so
that.
I like the Islanders. My dad also played ice hockey in college, and I have good, like fun times growing up. Like me and my sister, my dad would like take us to an ice rink, and he would quote speed skate around the rink, and we're like, oh my god, and so that fun memories there. So seeing like a hockey game with my dad is a fun time.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Mike says, when my mom lived in New York, she liked both teams, so I'll allow it.
Both teams, nice.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying like it's wild that you knew about Nellie so far before, like 2021, 2022.
Something like
the
that,
idea of how long game development actually takes. So
it
can take a while.
Yep. That's why it was such a welcome surprise when like a year or whatever later when the studio has just like, hey, Ivy, remember that thing? And he like gave the code name for it. It was like a random name. Remember that thing? Well, it's backed. It's back. And it's called HAWKED, like that kind of thing. Cool. Yeah, it's going to come out soon. I'm like, oh my God. So you never know.
You never know.
I'd like to say, like I said, I was very like, send and forget it, whatever. No, this one was special. Like, there are some projects where I'm like, oh, I forgot about that. But then, like I said, this was, even from the beginning, I'm like, ooh, I hope this becomes something. She's really cool.
And perfect timing.
So I'm happy it did. Yeah.
Let's hop into a game. How are we doing chat on our class cards? I saw someone had 3 all the way upgraded. That's wild to me.
I hope the tutorial was concise and well voiced.
I think it was.
Of the class cards. Oh, good. That's always fun because, like I obviously I play the game, so I mentioned that whenever I record, I'm just like, sometimes they'll be like, okay, so I don't know if you know, and they'll start to explain, do you know what vector is? I'm like, do I know what vector is? Like, I'm in this twice over. Oh, I know. So when I was doing the class card, like dialogue, I'm like, I'm learning so much today. So
that's awesome.
But yeah, but it is kind of funny. I feel like whenever I read this stuff, I kind of don't take it in. I'm just focused on like performing it. So then hearing it in game, it's like, oh yeah, I did say this. This is, it feels like new almost. It's like I get to take it in now, like learn from it.
It's perfect. What an interesting idea of like, oh, I get to kind of learn. I mean, I get it from the community manager aspect as well of like, I get to learn things before other people do. It's kind of special. Oh, well, I got Cynthia talking about the fossil to us, so we've got all those friends. I'm gonna grab this gun.
Oh, I just got Nellie calling Bodhi a backstabber. That was easily, by the way, most vocally strenuous session.
Really?
For this game. Oh yeah, all of this Nellie shouting stuff. Take that, backstabber! All that, you know. And I did all of that from home too.
So that's got to be all your grethers, just like popping them when you can.
Exactly.
Can you?
Exactly.
Yeah, run away.
Cup of tea and a thing of water.
Oh,
yeah.
Totally.
But no, everyone, like I said, everyone's great. So they encourage frequent breaks and all that stuff.
Oh,
so
good. That's good to hear.
Good. Yeah. But I remember asking, I was like, is Nellie, like, on the scene? Or is this through the radio? I'm going to read it like she's on the scene anyway. Because you know what? Even if it's through the radio, she's probably upset she can't be on the scene.
Oh,
if she's
totally.
Not here, so.
There is, in your performance, it's so beautiful because I find there is this level that we maybe don't know about the connection between Bodhi and Nellie quite yet, and I feel like there's something there. Like, I don't want to say lovers or anything, but like something along the lines of like, she's really hurt by this.
Oh, she's taking it personal.
Oh,
yeah.
So, oh no, I want hook shots,
totally.
not stagger shots. So
I feel like, no, she definitely seems like the type to be loyal to someone through anything. You know what I mean? And I feel like she probably also takes it personally, like, not only that this guy is like the antithesis of how she operates, but also like, you know, I can't believe I didn't catch it sooner.
Yeah.
You know, that's
being mad at herself as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
You add such beautiful layers to Nellie. And
oh, thank you.
Of course. And why are Bodhi's robots so strong?
What gun do I want? Oop.
Leave me alone.
I have one of the Twitch skin weapon skins.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Oh, both of these weapons have it on. Cool.
Noise. I'm gonna
Yeah, it's cute.
get rid of you. You're the one causing problems, so you keep healing him. Oh, I have like... There we go. You're so fast. Why are you so fast?
Oh my god.
All right.
There we go.
Someone's already got an
Just warm
artifact
up.
from a caravan? Jesus Christ.
Oh, no.
Let's go glyph up. Some of y'all are fast. Oh, another question where we're going to be doing a little dual.
Yeah.
Outcast would like to know, did you ever get to know any of the other voice actors? I know that you do private sessions, but any connection whatsoever to any?
In this game, I don't really know anybody in it. I think I know the names of the other actors. I don't know how public they are on stuff, you know, so don't know if that's, you know what I mean, like if they've wanted themselves credited, that's fine, you know what I mean?
Of course.
But I know a couple of the people in it, but not like personally, except for actually, I believe the male player character is voiced by Tom Wayland, who is the voice director on the game. So he often directs me, actually, in my sessions, which is very fun.
How fun is that to hear, like, the male voice for Hawk?
Yeah. So that's kind of fun. That, he's the male player option voice, you know, so that's funny. So there you go. I don't know the other people personally. Although, actually...
How do you get up here? Jesus.
I will say the actress who plays... I know, like, wait, I'm looking for a yellow thing.
Yeah,
where's the yellow?
Why can't we get up here?
I'm not crazy. Where's the yellow thing? The reverse zipline. The actress who plays Cynthia, though, we did connect on Instagram recently.
Great.
So that was kind of fun. And it turns out, like, I feel like always in voiceover, it's like, oh, I know of you. I know, oh, okay, we have mutuals.
Yeah.
Oh, the name's familiar. Oh, I know who this is, that kind of thing. So, we've messaged on Instagram a few times. She's lovely.
That's awesome. Yeah, so for those that don't know, they're typically private sessions, so it's not going to be like TV or theater where you're working with the other actors. So I think that goes to show, again, Ivy and other voice actors' talents of being able to portray a story by yourself, essentially. And the art of directors as well.
It's always super difficult, too. Like I was saying, those like point-and-click games where it's like full-on dialogues, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you got paragraphs on paragraphs.
Yeah. But, no, I heard some of the voiceover, especially the cutscenes, you know, with talking with, like, Bodhi, or not Bodhi, Bjorn and Cynthia and stuff like that. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is great. We really sound like we're doing this together, you know?
Yes. And I remember you and I had talked really briefly about you getting to do like the Bjorn impression almost, or some of those.
Yeah, that's right. That's a good example of when I said that I've become like, as we've got on, you know, no longer intimidated, like, oh, I don't know if I should suggest things. I'm just the actor. It's like, come on. No, I'm going to suggest things. Yeah, I'm forgetting what the line was, but this was this the Red Spring event? It might have been. I don't remember now. It would make sense because that was such a fun session. And
it was either Red Spring or the one right before. I remember it happening and then me going, oh, that's the line Ivy was talking about.
Yeah. That, it was, I feel like it might have been Red Spring because this was in studio, and I remember this was like, we all like were laughing about it, where it was something where Nellie,
do we have a friend?
Nellie was like,
no,
was saying something like, oh, that's just what, like, you know, Doc would say. He's always saying this and this, and she like kind of, it wasn't written that she like mimics him. It was just like, oh, he's always saying blah 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 blah. And then I asked, I was like, ooh, can I read this line like it's Nellie mimicking Bjorn, like doing a Bjorn impression?
So that was 100% you.
Yeah.
I love that.
If we could do it that way rather than just, oh, you know, the Doc's always going on about, I don't know what it'd be, gotta find the glyph stones or something. I was like, ooh, can we do it like he would? He's always going on about, we have to find the glyph stones. I can't even do it, right? 'Cause I'm distracted, you know, but like her mimicking him. And I asked, and they were like, let's do it. And then they actually played me some of his lines in my headphones so I could get a good reference. Because I asked, I was like, I don't remember. I was like, does he turn his like W's into V's? It was something like that. It's like, you know, like wherever we go or something. I was like, is he a wherever we go or is he a wherever we go? And they're like, oh, it's W. So
beautiful.
Yeah, they played the reference for me. We did it that way. And I'm happy to hear I didn't hear that one. So I'm glad that made that into the game.
It did. It was a moment of, I know what this is. I remember us talking about this. James says, from a dev standpoint, when VA is suggesting, it's the most amazing thing that can happen because the character has then felt like it's become real. Like, you are one with the character. I totally agree. I love that.
It is at a point where I'm like, I know what she'd say. I know how she'd react. So I'm glad that comes through.
Oh, no. Don't head towards the Delta unit. Don't do that. That makes our life hard.
I keep trying to hit the crystals.
I know. He's running fast.
Where's the final one?
I got it.
I'm like, I thought I got them all. All right, cue random horde of people.
Yeah,
coming to
I
finish
know
this
they're coming. Oh, my hot shots are coming in handy. There we go.
I'm out of ammo.
Oh no.
No, I think I'm good.
Okay, good. Someone's extracting, so hopefully we can get this first.
I am bad at telling like the difference between the weapons because there's so many, and I'm just like, when people have like a favorite gun, I'm like, I will take what's in the box. And
oh, that's fair. I get it. Look over here. Look over here. There we go.
So the one I was using earlier, that's like a one of those like energy blaster at a distance, kind of like bursty ones. That was kind of fun. I like the look of those. All the pink ones are cute.
Yes, a lot of the vector weapons
whatever's
are great.
like the cute gun or the silly one.
Oh, someone came in behind me. Oh no!
Oh no!
We do have a heart.
I'm gonna die. Yeah. Big dead.
They really came in at the last moment.
That's the way to do it. It's like just spawn camping the caravan and be like, all right, they finished it. Oh, he went floating up.
Oh yeah.
Just like, you know, let them take it 95% of the way.
Oh yeah. Well, I can resurrect and resurrect you.
Oh, cool.
Let's see. Mike, you got to skedaddle. That's fine, Mike. Thank you and for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
James, I'm happy to I get to answer a question. Yay, hello, hi. My name's Nimue. I'm the North American Community Manager for HAWKED, so handle a lot of the communication between the community and the devs, as well as some of the social media as well. And I am the primary streamer for our official channel here. That's a fast way of saying what my job is. Oh, I don't have enough cred for that.
Do you need a gun? Did I take the same gun twice? I did. Somehow I ended up with the exact same gun twice.
Did you?
Wait, do you see me? I'm carrying one, and I got one in my pack. My extra. How do I drop a weapon?
You should be able to go into your inventory. I usually use tab, or you can press I as well. And then you should be able to just click and drag it or drop it. If not... Oh.
Uh-oh. I'm firing it.
Or
inventory.
Yeah. Oh, I see you.
No.
You don't need to survive. Don't worry.
I got the same gun twice.
That's fine. If you're dropping it, I'll take it.
Do it. Yeah.
No.
Oh no. I'm like right in the open.
I know. I do. Oh, that was rough.
Oh no. Is it the same guys? I think it is.
It might be.
Yeah, it definitely is.
But I don't think you pressed resurrect, so you might be able to resurrect me.
I don't... Yeah, I didn't press anything. I don't have an option.
You don't have a heart glyph? Does it say E?
Oh, I do.
Okay, sweet.
How
so
do I...
if you stay there in about
gotcha.
10 seconds,
yeah,
I should be there.
There we go.
That's my trick for getting the most out of the heart glyph, friends. Yes.
Oh, someone just got that guy, I think, though.
Oh, good. Okay.
That got us.
Yes, James. So that's kind of like a succinct, small version of what I do. I'm an actor and a performer as well, so I do have a special love for voice actors and such, and want to show them all off because they're all talented, and I have the utter pleasure of finding Ivy pretty soon into the process of joining the HAWKED team, and we wanted to get this stream ready, and I think we had a good time, guys. Thanks for everybody coming out, hanging out with us. Oh, I need a new gun now.
Every time a disciple kills me, I feel like I'm personally failing Nellie.
Oh no.
She'll take that personally.
I like how Ivy actually plays the game and it's not just a job. Exactly. Like, she finds fun with it.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, I like to check out everything I'm in at least once, but I always tell this to my audience on Twitch. I'm like, if I did not enjoy it, I wouldn't be doing it. You know what I mean? Like, if I tried HAWKED and I was like, for me.
Oh, yeah.
We try it once, that'd be the end of it. It's like, no, I've streamed it a couple times. You know what I mean? Like, I come back to it. It's fun.
Oh, gosh. Ooh. Where are you?
So it's very fun to be able to do this here. Oh.
Oh, hi, Mr. Runner.
Oh, found a thing. Excellent.
What gun do you have, my friend? Oh, wait,
Did I get him, though? Oh, no.
I have a rev kit. Hold on, I might be able to do it. No, he's finishing. That was a tough one. Everybody converged at once.
I thought they were too far away. I was just like, I'll just run this way. Nope. I did get an achievement just now. I don't know what it was, but that's fun.
Well, not a bad game. I'm glad we were able to get one in, and maybe you'll be able to join us in the future for a few more.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So I'm going to pop us back over to our chatting screen. When the team decides to add voice in Greek, I want to do Bjorn, says John. I love that. Yes. I can only assume how hard it is to do a job where you have to be nice to everybody and help and coordinate so many things. You're doing wonderful. James, you flatter me. You flatter me so. Thank you. No, I enjoy my job. I get to play video games. I get to work on games. Like, it's so cool. And I get to meet people like Ivy, and I get to just do all of this. So, guys, thank you so much. But more importantly, Ivy, thank you for being here with us today.
Oh my God, thank you so much for having me. This was so much fun.
We had a blast. Where can everyone... there's links and everything. Thank you, Paired Up. But where can everyone find you online?
Oh, you're asking me? Or
yeah.
I didn't know if you're doing the command.
No, we have the command, but you're welcome to tell us.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I everything is my name. So my Twitch is just Ivy Dupler, one word. My Instagram, Ivy Dupler, one word. Twitter, Ivy Dupler, one word. And website, Ivy Dupler, one word, if you're curious about that. But yeah, like I said, I stream HAWKED sometimes. I either stream stuff I'm in, like again, a lot of like puzzly things, or just like narrative games that like I find fun. And lately a lot of Balatro because it's just easy to like be zen, stuff like that too. So a little bit of everything. Sometimes even like jigsaw puzzles like overhead. We've tried that a couple of times. That's kind of fun. Actually, I think in a couple of weeks, I'm like, when is it again? Oh, that's right. My birthday's in 2 weeks. I like keep forgetting that.
Happy early birthday.
At the end of the month. Oh, what was that?
Happy early birthday.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a fun. I love like miniatures. I might do like a little like those Japanese remint
Ooh,
sets,
yes.
if anyone knows, like those little doll sets. I got a bunch of them and I've been saving them because I was like, I want to do a stream somehow. So I love Sanrio stuff. Also, I have like these cinema roll remint sets. I might celebrate being an adult by doing that on stream. So that could be fun.
I think that's a great idea. So yeah, guys, make sure you check out Ivy on all of those socials. You can find her over there. Yes, John agrees. Thank you for joining us and telling us a few things from your point of view, because it's going to be very different from anyone else on the team. It's a very specific POV, and we enjoy your performance tenfold. You are utterly incredible, and we can't wait to see where Nellie goes.
Well, thank you, and I can't wait to see where HAWKED goes. It's so much fun to be able to return to this. And every time I get an email, it's just like, oh, we need you for more stuff. I'm like, ooh, what are we teasing now? You know what I mean? Like, if it's an hour, it's just like, ooh, we're adding some new features possibly and setting up teasers. And then it's like, we need you for 3 hours. I'm like, Renegades, man, the battle
Let's
stations. It's going to be fun. Then I have to keep a secret for several months. But that's fine.
Yeah.
I've done it so far. So yeah.
Outcast.
Cool, but thank you so much again for having me. This was so fun.
Of course, thank you. And Outcast, don't worry. I think this is going to be the first of a series of interview and play streams. I think we're going to try, see if we can get a couple more of our Riftwake friends onto the stream. But again, Ivy, have a great rest of your day, and thank you for
you too.
Being with us, and we'll talk to you soon.
Absolutely. Yeah, cool. See ya.
Bye, Renegades.